All right, so let's get started. So I'm sharing my screen. Perfect. So today we're talking about cross-sell and policy categories. So how to create a cross-sell automation, what is and are options for cross-selling, examples of cross-selling, and then cross-selling for specific carriers. I'm also going to cover something pretty cool that we just added about adding and removing and editing the users that you have in your system. So, share. Okay, there we go. Okay, let me try this again.
Okay.
All right. So when you go in and you have to be logged in as an admin, and then you go into Agents Manager here, and then you can edit the current agent. You can delete an agent, and then you can now add an agent, and then we'll get a notification from there, and then you will just be billed for that additional agent at the next billing cycle. So, and once you add an agent, let me pull up this really quick. Start sharing again. Okay. And then once you as the admin add the agent, then they'll get this email here, and then they can set their own password and all of that. So now you no longer have to put a support ticket in or email me or Saloni about adding or editing. You can just add it on your own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. That'll save time.
Yeah, it's really nice that we can do that now. But we're going to go back into engagement here, and we'll go to automation, and then here we'll go to cross-sell. So there's 5 different types of workflows that you can do. So email, text, task, reminder, so on and so forth. And then here you can select or include and exclude, include and exclude carriers, all of that. You can decide when, so either the expiration date or the effective date, or the type, I'm sorry, and then when would be after how many days. Oh, why is it not letting me? Oh, there we go. Okay. And then from here, you can select the templates. So we have them in, I believe, Template Builder. So we have cross-sell, life, no auto. We also, so these are the 4 that we have, or 5, I apologize. So we have life, no auto, home, no auto, auto, no home, and then home, no life. And then as you saw, you can do it you can cross-sell for different types, lines of business, but also different carriers. So let me go in here and I will create this. And yeah, so you can see here the different carriers and the different policy categories. So does anybody have any questions for me about that or any topics? No? No questions?
On this, or can we open it up the floor?
Yeah, go for it. Or anything, any question about any topic.
Amanda, can you delete an SCD from a prospect altogether, or can you just stop it?
Yes, you can do both. So you can delete it or from that one person. You'll go to that prospect. Okay, that's okay. So what you do is you go to the contact like I just did, you click on it. And then from there, it'll take you to this screen. Because this is their contact 360. And then you go to campaigns. after you go to the campaigns, you'll see them listed here. This is single contact drip. You can of course switch to email campaigns or workflows.
Okay. Yep.
And then under action, there will be, you can click the 3 dots and then it will say like pause or stop.
Okay. Actions is the spot then.
Mhm.
Okay.
Other questions?
I was setting some tasks. So you and I had discussed, I actually have a meeting today with a new coworker of yours about X-date management, but
Okay.
I'm still setting tasks for individual X-dates. Have you heard anybody? So when I hit an update on a task, are you supposed to hit F5 every time? It seems like sometimes those tasks are not saving in the system. Have you heard of that happening?
So when you're hitting, is that?
So if you go into I'm going in to Contact 360, and then I go over to the event, and then that allows you to do different tasks in there. So go to that. Then I go to events, and then I add a task in there.
Okay. And you're not getting.
Well, and then so I set up the task, and then when it now I thought for some reason it said update. Then I hit save. Now I just tried it again. It's working. I don't know what the problem was there, so I'll keep an eye on it. I mean,
Yeah, when you
I'll
edit
let you know
this,
if anything else happens on that. But it wasn't. I was manipulating some data over the weekend, and it was giving me fits. So, but it was still on my list. But I did it first thing this morning and it worked. So
Okay.
I don't know
Okay.
what's going on with that. So,
Okay.
but I'll keep, I'll let you know if it continues to happen, because we're going to work on a bunch of data today.
Okay. Perfect.
Thank you.
Mhm. All right. Other questions? Anybody?
I have one when everybody else is finished, Amanda.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem. Okay. Well, no other questions. Then I will see everybody tomorrow. And yeah, Patrick and Joyce, if you want to stay on, and then we'll just finish our training.
Okay, awesome.
Bye, everybody. Have a good one. Okay, Patrick, what is your question?
Okay, here's my question. So over the weekend, I was watching some of the things about Zendesk. And
Okay.
I was wondering if you thought, here's what happens. Like I probably got 5 or 6 emails over the weekend where people emailed me. These may be my old friends. A lot of these people that I have as clients are people I went to high school with, which is, like 5 years ago, maybe even longer. Some of us didn't get out on time, right? But my question is this something that we can, do you think this works well and integrates well with your program? Do you think it's necessary? Because what I have not been able to set up properly yet is I do like that if you're familiar with Zendesk, you get a service ticket and everybody can see it, and they call it a service funnel, which I think is extremely attractive. And they have a sales funnel too, which I think is extremely attractive, so that we don't miss things. I can tell you almost every day of my life, I'll be going through things and it's like, gosh, we failed to communicate with this person and it cost us a sale. Or these people left because they asked for service and we probably overlooked it. On a weekend, I'll never forget one of my bigger clients. They're a restaurant chain who
Mm-hmm.
has several locations. Um, they sent a message to my personal cell phone one day, like on June 1st. And then that saying, hey, we bought a new car. Well, I messaged somebody else in the company, but she misunderstood the message. And it was damn near a very costly E&O claim.
Mm.
So if we could just put everything in one service funnel or one sales funnel, and I don't mind paying extra for a thing like Zendesk, or if you had I know that, and I am a raving fan of people who are highly effective. Shubham, I think it was, no, somebody else sent something in Facebook saying, would you be interested in a commercial lines
Mm-hmm.
addendum? And yeah, of course we would.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had an addendum that acted very much like Zendesk, I would love that too. And I think it's very valuable. Or is this something, so are you familiar with Zendesk?
No, not really. I'm clicking around their website, but I'm sure you can give me an idea faster than me trying to read.
Yeah, I'll bet you anything that Shubham or some Saloni or somebody is. And I'm not entirely sold that it's necessary, or I am betting that eventually it won't be necessary.
Mm-hmm.
The nice thing about Zendesk, though, is we can get their lowest cost product for $19 a month and get that lead funnel or sale or service funnel or sales funnel is what they call it, which I think is worth it, because you make one client mad because it went to my personal email, for example, and it wasn't shown to everybody. Then it's a problem. Now, all they do basically, and you are much more adept at seeing a demo and pulling out the key parts of it than I am. But the nice thing about it is when an email comes in, I have a choice of clicking a button to send it to the service funnel, for example. Or I could hardwire that on. And then if it's a personal email saying, are you going to play golf tomorrow? Then I'll unclick it so it doesn't go to but I would rather it go and not need to be than not go and need to be.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the same thing. It's a slightly different process for the sales funnel. But,
yeah.
I'm at our point, I'm more worried. We want to aggressively market, particularly now.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't take care of our base customers, we're idiots, right? Because that's where most of our business
Yeah, and you have that
from.
relationship built. So I'm trying to think of the difference between what they offer and how that differs from our pipeline manager.
Well, the difference with the pipeline, how do I easily add an email or a text into that pipeline? Because with their system, all I do is click it.
Mm-hmm.
And it automatically goes in. And I think that's extremely valuable to
So is it
us.
something like this, but a little less work, where you go into work email and you can add a deal card, so they'll get added to your
Well, here's the problem with that. Okay, so let's pull down your so if I add a deal card, go back into your pipeline and show me all your options here. So I see you have a deal board, but pull that down on the top left.
up here. No, top left here.
Yeah, pull all your options down. See how you have all these? So you've got a service pipeline. So pull that down or click on that. Okay, so you see issues, card request change, blah, blah, blah. So I think the difference is that if I have the ability to just click on this email or click on this text, then everybody in the organization sees it.
Mm, I
And
see what you're saying.
now I do know that they have fantastic integration, and so do you guys. I think that's what makes you guys extremely valuable. And I love the way that you guys are so responsive and so willing to, look at something, assess if that's something that's worth um, uh, making a change on and doing it. So that's I think the biggest value of what you guys have. But I'm not the smartest guy in the world. Um, but the difference is with these guys, I think they could be a good addendum to you for that just that singular thing.
Yeah.
Now, because I'm still kind of reeling with the nearness of having an E&O claim over this.
Yeah. Well, let me get more familiar with the product.
Yeah, they have a tutorial that doesn't take hardly any time. And if you go to their website, they will send you a demo, but you have to enter your email and blah, blah, blah. But and I think it's, well, like you guys, it's extremely professionally done. Now you can get extremely expensive with this, but that's not what we need. We just need the sales and service funnel to be visible to everybody on the team.
Mhm.
So the way they do it, they have a service team, or the way they mention it, and a service team and a sales team. So in the service funnel, all the service people see it at the same time, which is what I try to do. And then you can pick, like if somebody sends a message on our Facebook, somebody sends a message on our website, all these messages go in that one place.
Oh, I see. Okay. So let me see. I just asked Shabam. He says he knows what it is. Of course, he
Yeah, I
knows.
knew he would. He's fantastic.
So,
He's fantastic.
he's genius. So I'm gonna see what his thoughts are, and also about possible integration. Um,
Now, let me ask you a question.
mhm.
Does uh, Shabam write code for you guys?
Yeah, he's our head developer. So
Well,
he,
because I could tell he was a programmer because he talks a lot like my son.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I knew he was. I knew he was,
yeah, pretty much.
well, I thought he did.
Yeah, Roshan is the big picture man, but Shabam, InsuredMine is Shabam's baby. He built it all pretty much, or a lot of it. So
That's cool.
yeah.
A long, long time ago, in 1998, I had a client who was the lead programmer at Citibank, actually.
Mhm.
And we spent about 6 months doing what you guys are doing, and we were going to put it all in Outlook back in those days. But
Ah,
I had little kids, and I knew the depth of the project, and I had to say I can't do it
mhm.
because your kids are only your kids for a short time, and and it was more important for me to be raised by the family than my kids, I think.
I like it.
But
Uh,
but at one time I could do some minor programming, but I
mhm.
don't want to overstate that. I could customize Outlook. That's more accurate.
Hey, that's better than most.
But yeah, if you could find that out, because of course they've got very aggressive integration with them, and I just like Shabam's opinion on that. Now, since you've already messaged him, I don't probably see a need to send him an email.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if maybe he will hop on the call because it might be faster than me writing what you're asking and then having him answer and then telling
Sure.
you. But yeah, because I guess it's a ticketing system. Because he said at first that you can use the pipeline for your support system, but then I know that you mentioned that you want it to be you want all the messaging to come to one place.
Well, and that's the thing. So when people like us, insurance agencies that have been around a while, when we try to get better and better at digital marketing, so they say, okay, get Facebook and then upgrade your website. So we get messages from all over.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very bulky, especially for an established agency. Now, I don't want to overstate anything, but guys who have been around a while, somebody could send us a message on our Facebook page, we not pay attention to it, and we could get sued.
Yeah.
For not responding.
Yeah, of course.
And it's conceivable. Well, so this would at least solve that email thing over the weekend. And now I do know that we have the ability for our clients to download InsuredMine, but you don't want every client who buys a car over the weekend or wants a price over the weekend. That's not how InsuredMine is anticipating that being done, I can tell.
Yeah, he's gonna join now. I get what you're saying. So I'm sure there's something. I know we have email forwarding. I don't know if maybe there's something with Zapier, because that's the thing is if you then get Zendesk, then you're gonna have, because you could totally have a service board. So then you're gonna have your sales, I guess, in InsuredMine, but then you'll have a whole nother system. So that could get clunky too. So
yeah,
hopefully Shabam will have some better input to give. Hi, Shabam. Thank you for taking the call.
Hey, Amanda.
hello, Shabam. How are you?
I'm good, Pat. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you for getting on the call. I saw a demo, and at the recommendation of one of my new workers, actually, said, it looks to her that we could benefit from this product. What happens is this. So I had over the weekend probably 4 or 5 people send me emails that were, let's call them service requests. And with Zendesk, if I click a button, it all goes into a service funnel, as they call it. Do you think that, I know your software could work and integrate very well with that, but I was wondering if it was necessary even, or how I could set up a pipeline that looked very much like that, and a service, not just a sales pipeline, but a service pipeline that would do virtually the same thing.
Correct. So so all of your service requests are coming to a same email, or you are getting in your personal email?
Well, that's the problem. So that might go to any one of my workers, or it might go to my Facebook, or it might go to my cell phone, or it might go to my personal email.
Okay. So we have here service board in which you can create a pipeline for service and create an email like service at something.insure, your agency name.insuremine.com. So what you have to do, you'll just, if you are getting a service mail, you will just have to forward that email to this email address, and it will create a card here in the pipeline, and the email that you have received from your client, if that client is already available in your account, then that card will be automatically mapped to that account.
Okay.
So end of the month, end of the year, you can see how many service tickets you have closed for that contact.
Okay.
What about Facebook messages? With that, how would you get those forwarded, or text?
If you are getting the Facebook messages, then we can use Zapier for that.
Okay.
I'm sure Facebook has a Zapier integration. Let me check it quickly. Facebook Messenger. So you are getting that message on your page, right? On your agency page.
Yes.
All right. So we can set up a Zapier between Facebook and your service pipeline. So any new message that will come to your page, it will be created as a card in InsuredMine service pipeline.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So that answers that. Um,
And-
Thank you, Shubham, for that. So what do you think,
Yeah,
Pat? Does that
yeah,
make
it
sense that
does.
you could just
And
use that? Okay.
and we can set up a sales pipeline just the same. See, my suspicion is I may have too many pipelines, right? Is that what people often do? They make it too
Yep.
complicated.
They are having 30 plus pipelines, but there are
Gosh,
few agencies having 30 plus pipelines.
that's a lot. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Well, and even what we set up so far, I think we've, if I counted them, last time I counted them, I was a little disappointed that we had that many. And that's all, and certainly it's done with good intention, but I should have, like, I'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we've got 9 pipelines right now. And that's probably close to unmanageable.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, Pat, we'll have to maybe tomorrow during our training, we'll have to go through those and just kind of see how we can clean
yeah,
things up
awesome.
maybe.
Okay,
Okay.
Shabam, thank you so much. You are so responsive. I am very appreciative of you and Amanda particularly. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Have a good one.